Hey, what's going on, folks? My name is Tom, and I'm not alone here today, which is so incredible. What a weird feeling this is. It's like if you're a show host, I'm actually a show host for once, and I have a guest. How cool is that? Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey guys, you probably know me, DunbarSnackbar. I do a lot of videos on YouTube here. I do predominantly sports stuff. Going to be trying to expand out into doing some first-person shooters and things like that. But Tom, it's great to be here. This is awesome.
For you, it's cool. For me, this is amazing. Well, the reason we've done this, guys, is recently Dunbar found my videos. He likes what I do. I've always liked his videos, and this just seemed a good coming together for us to just kind of let each other know, because a few people didn't know who Dunbar was, and Dunbar was the guy who kind of inspired me to start doing videos. I just realised I've not been timing this because I'm on a schedule, guys. So anyway, Dunbar was the guy who kind of got me into doing the whole commentary thing and doing sports stuff, so people don't know who he is, and I always say you should check him out. So this is just a chance for you guys to learn a bit about who he is and why I think he's such a cool guy. So I asked you guys to ask some questions, and I'm going to now relay these onto Dunbar, and you get to learn a little bit. So the first question was from, I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, but I'm going to call you Lucas. And it is, if you could be any baseball player, who would you be?
Oh my gosh, that's a tough one too, because it's like, when I think about baseball players and who I'd want to be, I always think I go back to the golden era, or just the history of baseball. First person that comes to my mind is Lou Gehrig, but at the same time, I don't want this to offend anybody. I don't want to come down with ALS or anything like that. But I would, if I was going to be a baseball player, I'd want to have the love and respect that Lou Gehrig had. And I don't know. I guess I would say Lou Gehrig. If I could be anybody in his prime, Lou Gehrig, hands down.
That's cool. I really don't know who it'd be, because I can only really name modern day people. Mm-hmm. And I've told you, one of my favorite players is Aramis Ramirez, so probably him. I think him.
Well, it's kind of tough too, because when I think of modern players, I think of these people who are very egotistical and self-centered. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's great players that are out there, but that's just how I think of modern day players. I don't know if that's just me, but
I'm not sure. I think people, it'll depend on the age that you ask them, how old the person is, because it'll be specifically from their era of baseball.
That's true.
Yeah. So another question. This is from Livy Jockey. I really don't know how to pronounce some of these people's names. Question for Dunbar: why do you like the Athletics?
I became a fan of the Athletics back in 2001. Was actually when it started. That's when they were very, very good with Giambi, Damon, some other good players as well. And so I was kind of looking around for a team, because in Nebraska we don't have anybody to follow. And I saw what the A's were doing. I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. And then 2002 rolls around, and for those of you who have read the book or watched the movie Moneyball and kind of know what happens, that was really it. But it kind of give a brief summary. The A's had lost everybody, or not everybody, but they're big name players. And what they had to do is construct a new team, basically, with a different type of mentality. And baseball is a team, or a sport that is based around tradition. And they went against tradition and built a team that made it to the playoffs when nobody was expecting them to do that. And I have a lot of respect for changing the game and for what they were able to put together. So I got a lot of respect for Billy Beane. And really what's going on this year right now with the A's being 86-66, that kind of goes to show just what kind of excitement you can get out of the Oakland A's if you really stick with them. So they're just fun to watch, and they're completely unpredictable.
I have to agree, and I'm really going to have to watch that film Moneyball. I've heard quite a few good things about it.
Good stuff, man.
So another question, Tindro9. Question for Dunbar: why did Hugh start YouTube?
Why did I start YouTube? That is a very good question, and one that I'm still trying to figure out why I got started. The thing was I started watching commentaries a little bit before, I started actually doing them myself, and it seems weird that it was, just 2010 that I first got introduced to, oh my gosh, there are commentaries that are out there. So I started watching it, and I was like, you know what? This seems like a lot of fun. And I love playing video games, and I love talking. My whole education has been based around presenting and how to communicate. And I'm like, this is going to be a great way for me to have fun, to practice my communication skills. So it was just a good fit, but it seemed fun, and I wanted to give it a try. So that's really why I got started, see what it was like. And I'm glad that I did, because it is a ton of fun.
Yeah, I have to agree, it is fun. And like I kind of started it because I always imagined myself as a kid, doing something like kind of radio. And I think I've talked about this before. So I think for me, it was kind of cool. It was almost a way of, it's almost a radio, because you can do podcasts on it. You can do it how you like. And you're in control. You're a producer. You're the commentator. So I don't know. I always thought it was just cool, and I gave it a go one day and just enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, it's like when I was little, we'd have like a tape recorder, and me and my brother, we would sit there, we would do our own radio shows, and I guess this is me doing like a grown-up version of a radio show.
Just many years later.
Yeah, exactly.
Another question from Lucas. I've just typed these out in the wrong order, is what I've done. And I already know the answer to this. But since this is you guys watching, learning about who Dunbar is, if you could be one position in baseball, what would it be? If you could play,
hands down.
Yeah,
Hands down.
We were talking about this earlier, like where Dunbar plays, and he's a catcher.
Mm-hmm.
I think
it's just a lot of fun. You're just like right there through everything. Getting every single pitch. You're calling the pitch. Some people I think underestimate the role of a catcher, but it was just so much fun. I loved it, and you get to talk to the batters, mess with their minds, and also talk to the ump. That was pretty cool too.
Yeah. I mean, I really wish I could play baseball. I mean, there are teams. I just need to actually wait until next season now, but I'm sure I'll be able to do it.
Right on.
Yeah,
let me know.
But this guy, right here, this is what you're talking to. This is the next Buster Posey.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Just don't attack me at the plate or anything like that. I don't want my feet bending the wrong direction or anything like that. Though I did get hit a few times, and Jabba Chamberlain was actually one of the guys who took me out. So that's my one claim to fame, is he was rounding third, and I stepped out of the way because he went to another high school in town here, and we graduated at the same time. He was rounding third. I stepped one step to the right as he was trying to hit me and come home, and I accidentally, probably can't see the air quotes, but I accidentally tagged him in the face with the baseball. So,
nice one. That's cool. I don't know where I'll play. I really don't. I just need to have a tryout first, and we'll see where I go.
If you got the speed, like you were saying, outfield for sure.
Yeah, I think so. Just need to work on my throwing arm. But running the bases will be my top thing.
There you go.
So another question, where do you see yourself in terms of YouTube in a year's time?
Still doing this. I set goals every once in a while, but I never want to aim too high. Tom, you kind of hit on this a little bit earlier here. Sometimes I don't give myself enough credit for things, but one, I would like to have surpassed the 10,000 subscriber mark. That would be very, very cool. And just creating a good channel that people come back and watch. I don't like setting numerical values for views or anything like that, but I'm putting out some more diverse content, and I'm hoping in a year that I'll have this all down to where I've got a good schedule up, that I've mastered some of the different videos. So it's really just a matter of, in a year's time, I just want to be, doing better than I am now, because with commentaries and just being a commentator, there's no shelf life for what you do. I mean, if you think that what you do is just fine the way that it is, in a while, it's not going to be the case anymore. So just constantly improving, but I'd like to surpass 10,000 subs.
I think that's a good goal. I like that. Another question, which NFL and NHL team are you?
When it comes to NFL, it would have to be the 49ers. I grew up watching Steve Young, Jerry Rice, Joe Montana, all them, and so that's just kind of stuck with me since it brings back a lot of memories. And I don't know, it's just a lot of fun to be able to watch them too, especially right now when they're doing very, very well. When it comes to hockey, I don't necessarily have a team, so to speak, because I'm not as big of a hockey fan as I would like. But, the games that I would play in hockey earlier, I was always the New Jersey Devils. So I guess if I were to say if I have a favorite team, it would be the Devils. So it kind of goes to show video games influence real life sports here and how you feel about things too.
I guess so. No, that's kind of cool. I like the fact that because you're in Nebraska, you kind of be independent, and I'm in the same boat being in England, so it's okay. We're cool. It's cool being independent.
I'm a free agent fan. That's how I think of myself.
Predictions on the Super Bowl winner this year.
Ooh, that's
hard
gonna be
to say now.
Yeah, this is just like with me doing baseball earlier and things like that. What happens early on in the season, yeah, definitely not going to be the case here towards the end, especially with my knowledge of football. But what I would like to see out of the NFC, I see the Packers kind of turning things around, and if they can get their offense to where it was last year, I can see them going to the Super Bowl. I just like to see some improvement on defense, but I can also see the Niners. In fact, I would actually say the Niners will probably make it out of the NFC. When it comes from the AFC, you got a lot of good teams to choose from over there as well. I might say the Patriots. I might even go outside and say the Bills too.
I have to totally agree with you. The Bills and the Patriots kind of prediction. I really think that the Patriots will be there again. But I can also actually see the Bills doing well. They didn't have a bad last season. So, they can definitely be contenders this season if they just sort out a few little faults. And, Fitzpatrick's a good quarterback. So I hope he does well.
Yeah.
A non-sports related one. Your
Cool.
favorite TV series?
Favorite TV series? That's tough. I like to watch a lot of military stuff, so just about anything on History Channel is pretty sweet. Intentional Talk is a great series for baseball, but like an actual TV show, I'd have to go with Jericho. That tends to be my favorite show. If you guys haven't seen it, it's about terrorist attacks. Nukes get sent off in a lot of major cities in the United States. It's about one town kind of banding together and surviving through it all. So it's totally blows your mind. So that would be my favorite one. I hope they bring it back too, because there's rumors that Netflix might bring it back.
I mean, I really enjoy a lot of the American TV series, as I've kind of already said, like big fan of Lost, Prison Break, Breaking Bad. But I love things like Doctor Who, and probably my overall favourite TV series is Top Gear.
Yeah,
like proper English awesome. Top Gear, not the American silly one.
I heard your guys' really does beat ours. I haven't watched ours that much.
It's amazing. It just is. It just beats it. There is no argument. And last question, since we're running out of time, but it's a bit of a blunt one, and we've already said we can't really talk about these kind of ones, but World Series finalists and winner.
Ooh. I'm going to have to go. I might have to stay. We're looking at Rangers and Nats is who I would see as going to the World Series. I think Texas, just offensively, they have got such a great team, and with going and picking up Dempster, really solidified their starting rotation as well. So Texas is definitely the team to beat. Nationals, man, especially if Strasburg were to come back too. I guess that's kind of the kicker there. If they bring back Strasburg at all, that'll be a big boost for him here. But I'd go so far even to say I could see the Reds making it there too. But I'll go say Rangers and Nats is who we're going to see in the World Series.
I have to agree to a point. I wouldn't say the Nationals. I just think the pitching, if they don't bring back Strasburg, I can't see it personally. I think it's going to be a Reds versus Texas final.
Nice.
I'd love to see the Orioles there, though.
Oh my gosh, I'd love to see the A's there too.
I think it's still possible. Don't count them out. The Rays are still within a shout, so
yep.
The A's definitely are.
A's and Braves, that'd be sweet.
That'd be a cool one. Bit of a Legends kind of face-off.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So thanks for coming on, man. I know this has had to be a bit more rushed because I can only have 15-minute uploads. But if you haven't ever watched a Dunbar video, then you're crazy. You are missing out because his channel is just so much more, dedicated than mine is. So make sure you check him out. I'll link his channel below in the description. I might even annotate for once. And yeah, you want to say anything, Dunbar?
No, just I appreciate you being on here, man. I mean, this is actually really, really cool, and we're gonna have to definitely do this again sometime.
I have to agree. So thanks for watching, guys. Go check out Dunbar. Subscribe to me if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you later. I love you all.